Hello, this is Christina Caudill with Radiant Astrology, and I just wanted to pop in to wish you a beautiful Scorpio new moon, which is coming up this Sunday, October 27th. And this is Scorpio season, and this can be a very intense time because Scorpio season really calls for us to dive deep, to do the deep work of knowing ourselves deeper, at a deeper level. You know, it's a time of really profound truth, the truth that we can know about ourselves when we really take an honest look at our responses to life, right? What makes us who we are. The Scorpio often is associated with the unconscious. And when we're unconscious of how we move through life, with the decisions we make, with our responses and our instincts, then it's the unconscious that actually controls who we are. And it was Jung who'd said that what we want to do is actually illuminate our unconscious. And in that way, we can amplify the personality. We can become more of ourselves. But first, we need to do the shadow work. You know, so a lot of times our shadow becomes even more pronounced during Scorpio season. And so with the new moon coming up on Sunday, it'll be exactly opposite Uranus. And so Uranus in Taurus really has had us take a real deep look at our values. And it wants us to upgrade our values. It wants us to change, probably in areas where we may feel stuck or where we are resistant to change. But it's really, this is what is calling for us to honestly innovate in our lives, to evolve in totally new ways. And that usually has to do ultimately with our values, and our values shape how we live our lives. So this is a very intense new moon, I'm not going to lie, especially if you have anything around 4 degrees, the fixed signs, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, Aquarius. And we also have the two rulers of the new moon squaring each other. That is Mars in Libra will actually be coming from a square to Saturn. So that is really about pushing through resistance and having to be patient through resistance. And it will be just coming from that square to Saturn and squaring Pluto, the other ruler of Scorpio, right? Which will take a few more days to perfect. But this is really calling of ourselves to access our personal power. And sometimes that may come up with some great resistance or against some great resistance in the world, or maybe even within ourselves, within our old self. Because the ego wants to survive, right? The ego will do anything to survive. And so when we are deep in transformation and in this psychic metamorphosis, you know, facing a certain type of ego death can be really uncomfortable. It can take a lot of inner courage. This is a great time for deep reflection. It's a great time for psychotherapy or any kind of counseling work, because sometimes we want to share with others our path and get another perspective. If you listen to the Radiant Astrology podcast that I released this week, my guest was a Jungian analyst and astrologer, Shireen Vismaya, and we spoke about the value of Jungian analysis and any kind of work where you have someone to collaborate with, a partner, if you will, in your own transformation, especially with Libra being in, or Mars being in Libra right now. So this Sunday is really the beginning of this cycle of transformation, right, with the new moon. So set some intentions around your personal growth, your personal empowerment, becoming an advocate of yourself in the world, of your authentic self. And I also wanted to invite you this Sunday to my new moon circle, which will be doing some manifestation and guided meditation. And I'll have my special guest, the astrologer Louise Eddington, joining me. So in order to join that, you need to join our Radiant Astrology member circle. It's $22 a month, and every month we come together and gather around the new moon to set our intentions for the lunar cycle and to learn more about the upcoming lunar cycle, the astrology, and share our own experiences around that as well. And the link will be in my bio, so check that out. And I'm wishing you a very blessed and magical Scorpio new moon. See you next time.